Hi guys, so today I'm talking about the truck drivers' route to immigrating into Canada, okay? The transport and cargo industry needs truck drivers to run their business smoothly. So if you're a truck driver and you're looking to immigrating into Canada, then this video might be a very good opportunity for you. Before COVID, the truck driving industry was already facing a major labor shortage. Now, after COVID, right, the demand for truck drivers has further, skyrocketed. It has gone astronomically high. Now, this is because a lot of young Canadians are not interested in the truck driving industry. So because of this, the labor gap has been on the rise for a very long time now. The Canadian government is doing their part to support the industry through immigration initiatives to be able to attract foreign workers to this industry. This particular occupation, the truck driving occupation, is currently in the essential services list in the country. And as a result of this, there are so many job openings for truck drivers all around Canada. Truck drivers are so much in demand in the Atlantic provinces like New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland and Labrador, Manitoba. Most of these provinces are in high demand for truck drivers. One thing you need to know is that with this job, you can move over to Canada with your family or any dependents that you have. In this very video, I'm going to be showing you the types of truck driving opportunities that we have here in Canada. Secondly, you will be getting the benefits of working as a truck driver in Canada. Thirdly, you are going to be understanding the job responsibilities of a truck driver. And then lastly, I'll be explaining to you how you can immigrate into Canada through this route, okay? So make sure that you watch this video to the very end so that you don't miss out on any important information I have to share. As a truck driver, you can work locally or cross-country. Cross-country means you're going around different provinces in Canada. You can also work for yourself, okay? Or you work for an employer. The choice is totally up to you. Now, let's talk about the types of truck driving jobs we have in Canada. We have several types of truck driving jobs in Canada, but in this video, I'm going to be talking about 7 different types that I have researched about and I know of. Now, the first one is the dry van haulers, right? Now, this is one of the very common type of truck driving jobs that you can find in Canada. They operate semi-trucks with rectangular boxes. Usually the cargoes or the goods they carry are loaded in pallets or boxes. This type of truck drivers are expected to load their own cargoes and unload their cargoes themselves when they get to their destination. Now, the second one we have is the freight haulers. Now, the freight haulers, are truck drivers who deliver all types of cargoes or goods that are not delivered by the dry van haulers. This may include delivering hazardous liquids like gaseous liquids or oversized cargo. And the third one we have is the flatbed haulers. Now, the flatbed haulers are truck drivers who deliver dry products or machineries on open air trucks. Now, for this type of truck drivers, the transportation is longer and it's riskier. And as a result of this risk and the length of the journey, they earn more than the dry van haulers. Now, this is the most dangerous and the most in-demand type of truck driving job we have in Canada. Now, this particular set of people or truck drivers deliver hazardous liquids, both hazardous liquids and non-hazardous liquids. This type of truck drivers are highly skilled. They are trained on how to respond to emergency situations if they occur. Now, the fifth type of truck drivers are the refrigerated haulers. Now, for the refrigerated haulers, right, they also are skilled and they are trained, to be able to carry such goods. From the word refrigerated, right, refrigerated freight must maintain a particular temperature throughout the journey. So what this means is that some hauls have deep freezers or have freezer systems inbuilt in the truck. And because of this, drivers of this type of trucks are expected to meet certain times and certain distances, because they are carrying goods that are, frozen. Since the freight is temperature controlled, drivers are trained to be able to control or set the temperature as they go along on their journey. This type of skill commands a higher pay than dry van haulers. What this means is that the refrigerated haulers or people who drive refrigerated trucks earn more money than people who drive the dry van haul. The sixth one is called the less than truckload haulers. This type of truck drivers typically operate locally, carrying small loads, and loading and unloading these loads or these shipments as they go. This type of truck drivers, because they have short distances to do, they might deliver several loads in one day. If you watch this video to this very point and you're finding value, please click on the like button and let YouTube show this video to much more people who might need this information. Now, the seventh one are the auto haulers. Now, the auto haulers are, like the name implies, are people who convey vehicles, okay? They are carriers who transport cars. Now, because of the nature of this type of trucking, the weight of the cars and all of that, the drivers need exceptional skills to be able to pull this up. And as such, their pay are always higher than those of the dry van haulers. Now, let's take a look at the truck driving industry in Canada. Like we all know, truck drivers are in high demand. I've said that before. Now, their salary is also very interesting. Truck drivers have several opportunities and benefits, including salaries that range from between $55,000 to about $75,000 or more, depending on your skills and your experience. Your work experience and your skills are important factors that determine how much benefits or salaries that you get out of this job. Truck driving jobs that require long routes are more in demand, okay? And one thing you need to know is that it is more flexible, so you can negotiate your work times with your employer if you want. Heavy truck driving is a very competitive occupation, okay, that attracts a very fascinating salary. It also can afford you a very beautiful lifestyle. Your experiences and your skills, okay, that you have currently would, give you a higher chance of being selected in an interview. Some employers might be willing to, employ people who can drive and are willing to be trained on the job, okay, to become truck drivers in Canada. According to statistics, by 2024, the demand for long-haul truck drivers would increase by 48,000. Now, let's talk about the job responsibilities of a truck driver. Drive and operate truck and trailers to transport goods from place to place. That's one of the responsibilities that you'll be doing while on the job. The second thing is check and monitor all systems and the parts of truck and ensuring safety and security of cargo and goods. That's another responsibility that you'll be shouldering as a truck driver. The third responsibility you have is to check all systems and all parts of the vehicle to be sure that they are in good fit or good situation before you embark on any journey. The fourth responsibility you have is that you have to ensure that all lights, okay, the brakes and every important part of the vehicle is in good shape. The fifth responsibility you have is to learn and do emergency repairs, because you'll be on long journeys most of the time. So you want to know how to fix certain things that might happen, maybe certain, little issues that might come up while you're on the journey. The fifth responsibility you have is to work as a team with other drivers or dispatchers. Now, the seventh responsibility you have is to coordinate with other drivers or dispatchers using a radio or a phone, so that if there's any information you want to pass across or they want to pass across to you, that can be done easily. The eighth responsibility you have is to record travel information, okay? The distance you have covered, the amount of fuel you have consumed while on a journey. Now, these are some of the responsibilities that you have to do as a truck driver. Now, let's talk about the requirements of a truck driver in Canada. Now, one major requirement is that you have to be good, or you have to be fluent in English or French. Now, you know that these two languages are the languages or official languages in Canada, right? So you either have to be good in English or you have to be good in French. Now, the second requirement is that an educational degree will be an added advantage. Even though it's not mandatory, it will only aid or enable you become distinguished, okay, in the job. So you either need a certificate or a diploma, added to what you have. The third requirement is that you need a truck driver's license from your home country. The fourth requirement is that you need to be in good health, okay? You need to have a good health status, okay, for you to drive or for them to recruit you as a truck driver. The fifth requirement is that you need to have clean driving records from back home and within Canada. The sixth requirement is that you need a police report or a police character report or certificate, to be able to ascertain that you are not a criminal from your home country before you can be taken as a truck driver in Canada. Now, let's talk about the pathways to immigrate to Canada as a truck driver. To immigrate to Canada as a truck driver, you need a work permit. Truck drivers can get a work permit from Canada under the Temporary Foreign Worker Program, which is the TFWP. Most of the truck driving companies we have in Canada hire truck drivers through this program. You can only apply for a work permit to Canada after securing a job offer from a Canadian company. Like once you have gotten a job from a truck driving company, they will have to issue you an LMIA document, which you can use to go ahead and apply for a work permit. To be able to secure a job offer, you will need to apply for as many jobs as you can through the job sites that I will show you. You need to put your resume with your cover letter together when you're trying to apply for this job. If selected by an employer, a virtual interview will be scheduled. If you're successful at the interview, relocation and onboarding processes will be carried out so that other documents that you need can be put together for you. The essential documents you need to apply for the work permit will be the LMIA document that you'll be getting from your employer, the employment contract, or maybe the offer letter from the employer, then other relevant documents that you have, supporting documents that will aid the success of your work permit application. Once you have all of these documents put together, you need to submit an application, pay the application fee, which is the work permit fee, and voila, you're on your way to Canada. One thing you need to also remember is that you can come on this journey with your family member or any accompanying dependent. Now that we understand what the truck driving job requires and what it entails, let's look at how you can apply for this role. Just like every other unskilled job, the truck driving jobs are available in Canada. A lot of them are available in Canada, and you can apply for this on your own. You will need to prepare your CV and your cover letter in the Canadian style. Now, I did a video about how you can, structure your CV to fit the Canadian style. You might want to watch the video next after this. I will put the link in the description below. So once you're done with this video, do well to watch that video. A good CV and properly structured CV will go a long way in getting the attention of the recruiter and getting you selected for the job. Now, you can apply through several, platforms, but one major platform I recommend is the Job Bank of Canada. Now, you can apply on the Job Bank, you can apply on Glassdoor, you can apply on Indeed.ca. These are 3 websites where you will find a lot of this type of job in Canada. When you go on these websites, all you need to do is scan through, and you will find the job description, what they entail, their roles, their responsibilities, how much you'll be paid on the job per hour. All of this information you'll find on this website. It is important to apply to as many jobs as possible, as this increases your chances of being selected for the role. Now, you must understand that there are a lot of people who are fighting for this opportunity. A lot of people want to get hired and immigrate to Canada. The higher the number of jobs you are able to apply to, the higher your chances of being selected. Now, if you're confused about what the Canadian CV format looks like, you might want to watch this video next to help you. Definitely.